Hello there, YouTube. This is Tycooners Steve, and welcome back to the entrance area of our Warrahs Park. You may remember from way back when we made a little fork in the road at our entrance. We went left towards the dodos to start with, and have kind of been following that pathway ever since. But I figured today it might be fun to go back and put in an exhibit up here to the right-hand side of that fork full of Warrahs, aka Falkland Island dogs, aka Falkland Island foxes, aka Falkland Island wolves, aka Antarctic wolves. Can't tell, it's got a few names. I think my favorite one is actually the Latin name for it. I'm not going to bother trying to actually say it in Latin, but it basically translates out to Foolish Wolf of the South. So named because when we discovered these creatures, or at least when Europeans discovered these creatures back in the late 17th century, they were actually incredibly tame. So tame that you could almost walk right up to them. And in fact, there's a story, which may or may not be apocryphal, but it's a really good one, so I'm going to tell it anyway, that when the first guy that encountered them, just landed on the shore, and the Warrahs were so tame that they started coming right up to them because they wanted, pets and stuff. And the guy figured, well, this is a wolf and it's charging me, so he ran out into the ocean from the thing that was just trying to snuggle him. So that is how we got to here, and we'll go ahead and get this in. Now you might have noticed that several other names included the term Falkland Islands. That's because they were native only to the Falkland Islands back when they were still around. These guys did leave us, unfortunately, back. I said we discovered them sometime in the late 17th century. And I believe the last one that we had was out in 1865. So from the late 17th century to the late 19th, or mid to late 19th century, we had these guys around. But unfortunately, they're not around too much more. They're not around with us anymore. Mostly because it's, people that settle on the Falkland Islands seem to think that they actually pose a threat to sheep, which they don't really seem to have actually done it, but farmers being what they were, they wanted to protect their sheep, or not farmers, I should say, shepherds being what they are, they wanted to protect their sheep, obviously, and unfortunately, that was the end of the Warrahs. So, go ahead and bring them back today, because they're definitely an animal that deserves it, because they're just really, really awesome. They almost look like a perfect blend between a fox and a wolf, so it's really very interesting to see. Okay, I'll just go ahead and put this in here. Just driving around, doing great things. Bushes back here. Since we are going back to the front of the park here, we're going to have to do a little bit of decorating that we kind of left behind and never got back to. So that is also going to be part of the joy of what we do today. Going through here, grabbing some things, doing some stuff. Oh, let's try to not have the trees going through the walls if we can. That's a little bunch there. We might have to tweak the front of our gift shop there a little bit just to make everything super duper hunky dory good happy times. Alright, just coasting along here. Might have to move this back slightly. Yeah, there we go, that's a ticket, and let's just kind of get this entrance area matched up. Going around. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to kind of shrink the entrance here of our gift shop, so a little bit of retooling here to the front area today. That's pretty cool. We're gonna make it look super duper schnazzified, so I'm all for that. Who doesn't want super duper schnazzified? I mean, come on. It's just a fun word to say. But just so I'm breaking it up here, and I'm gonna go back and start on our actual war exhibit, which is actually just how I build. For some reason, I'm never very content to just stay and fix one thing. If I'm working on two projects, I can always hop back and forth between the two. Probably because, well, I don't know. But anyway, here's what we're gonna do here. And I got a chance to use this sort of fake den thing rock. Let's use that because it's going to both look correct for the Warrahs, and it's going to hide that zookeeper entrance. So I think that's a good way to go. Let's get everything looking nice here. I don't want those little rocks. But there, yeah, definitely use that to block. Get the railing up, and rocks back here. Good. Yes. Good. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Okay. Very good. Okay. And probably put something in the middle here. A little rock, something like that. That looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah. And we'll build up this Cherokee grass around it, and then the lighter Cherokee grass going outwards, and some of this tall goldenrod, which I really do like. And put in the corners, kind of stagger things around. It's like a little pocket there. Definitely want to mark that up. Keep the area right in front of the little fake den open, because it'll look like they're scratching in and out there a lot. Very good, very good. Cruising along now. Not very good trees in there. Do I like that bur oak? No, I do not. But let's grab some of these little maple trees from the front area. Those will help us blend in there. Alright, let's go back to this. I want to plan this out here. So in theory, to make it match that other side, the wall would have to be there. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to back up this a little bit. So get rid of this, and this. Some of these guys, through those. Move you out of the way. Oh, I've got some floating railings. How do you deflete floating railings? Well, you just put a regular elevated path there and then delete it. That's how you get rid of them. Speaking of things like that, I have had one person request some more technical tutorials. That was something I mentioned I was thinking about. Let me know in the comments below if you want some more of just tech things, like how to get the Snow Leo stairs exactly right, or anything like that. Or if you have a specific technical demo that you would like me to go ahead and do, leave a comment below on that. And if there's enough requests, I think that's something I'd be more than willing to do. So definitely let me know below. But we'll go ahead and sort of back everything up into the corner here. And we'll just extend this wall out. And, nope, not that. I want pathways. That's where they are. Get that fixed. Very good. And we'll need to throw a elevator roof there. One there. Try to maintain this as an entrance. And, uh-oh, it's looking like that's not lining up exactly. Maybe if I wrap this around. Do I want to wrap this around? Is that something I forgot to do? No, that doesn't look right. Okay. So let me grab the white railing real quick here before I mess it more up. And now let's see if I can't get the sort of glass roof to actually match up with our white roof here. Maybe if I do it this way. Let's try this real quick. Put a floating one. Nope, that was not correct. We'll start out here. There we go. And load it up. And then we'll change these to just one height and put a glass behind here. Undo and redo. I think that's still not going to quite do what we want it to do, is it? No, it's a little off. So maybe we should just... give me flat. Let that be. In fact, let's just get rid of that little area as well. And then we'll wrap this around with black so it looks right. And put the little gift shop guy up top here. Very cool. And a little bit of rearrangement, just making some room. Gift shop was probably a little too big, at least for the amount of racks and stuff I put into it anyway, so this is probably a good change. We'll just get this all realigned here. There we go. Perfection. There we go. Got to show off some of my perfection skills there. Played the game many hours as a kid. Because it was single player, and I'm a loser with no friends, of course. That's exactly how that happened. No, just kidding. I had friends, but they had to wait until I was done playing perfection. Them was the rules. Alright, and I'll just put this other fridge here, kind of line this up. Something more or less like that. That does give us a little funny catty corner thing. Looking a little cattywampus. Put one of these back here so it looks more filled in. Some signage is always nice. What else? Let me grab one of these singles so I can kind of prevent guests from wandering back into the employee area. Very good. here. Do I have any potted plants? I don't think I have. Oh, you know what? We can make a potted plant. I know how. Let me do this. I just need a plant that's high enough. Oh yeah, that'll work. That'll be great. And now we go in here to our scenery, and we're looking for... we can either do a trash can. Oh no, my trash cans are still on the grid, so that's not going to work. We can do that, or that's okay because we can grab the sundial, and we put that right there, and boom, looks like a little plant feature. Fantastic. Okay, and now we can fill this in without it bleeding through into the pen area for our Warrahs. Great. Okay, so we finally finished the updates to our gift shop, and we'll go ahead and complete our Warrah exhibit. You know what I'm going to start doing more, or at least I think I should start doing more, is putting down these tile floors for the part of the indoor exhibits that are not meant for the animals, that are meant for the zookeepers. I think that looks a little bit better. So, if it looks terrible, just let me know in the comments below, but I think it's something that I find somewhat aesthetically pleasing, so I think we'll be doing more of in the future, unless of course you all hate it. Then just let me know and I will cut it out. I'll give myself a slap on the wrist. I'll do it really, really hard so you can hear it on the mic and everything. But until such time, I think I'm going to start tiling the floors more and more. And I'm definitely also going to remember to keep putting down the hay. Because hey now, you're an all-star. We got our game on and we're going to go play. That's the rules. Alright. And let me grab some railings here to get that the same height. And we'll want to put in some cage roofs. Trying always to make the cages to be like one level below the actual height of the buildings. That way we don't have part of miseven ground that forces our cages to peek up through the ceiling, which has happened to me before. So I try to avoid that now by just making the cages one level smaller than the actual building they're in. So just a little pro tip. Take it or leave it. It's up to you. The power is yours. And before I seal this off, I'm going to put these doors in. Very good, very good. And we'll put the lower ceiling on now. You're not going to cooperate. Okay. I'll spill over a little bit and delete, if that's what you want. And we'll put that there, and then we'll make this glass. That glass, there we go. Makes it a little look like the dodo building to the other side there, so that's actually a good thing. I wasn't even planning on that, and I just realized it as I was doing it. It's working out to perfection. It's just, you know, divinely inspired genius is the only thing I can ascribe it to, because that's, you know, that's how I roll. Divinely inspired genius. That's me, Tycoon Steve. Patent pending. Grab here a maple, just again trying to bring in some more trees from around the area to kind of make it seem like I'm not making this up as I go along. And with that thought in mind, let's go ahead and just get this fencing in to match the fencing around the dodo exhibit here. In fact, we'll grab some of these flowers and use these guys for decorations. Some junipers right behind those. And then we'll grab some of those shorter maples, kind of like that, something like that. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Now let's grab some grass. That's standard grass with the dandelions in it that I try to use everywhere. Although I don't like that now. Nope, nope. Let's do an actual mirror. I don't know why I did it that way. Let's do it like this. And that way it'll actually match the dodo side instead of just kind of matching and driving me insane that it's not matching even though it's supposed to clearly match. There we go. And now we can use the grass with the dandelions in it real quick. I believe this grass comes from the World of Imports 3. I think that's the pack. You gotta get it in real quick. Just if you're hunting for it. I know I sing its praises a lot, so I figured I'd let you know where it is hidden, because I don't think you can just get it as a single download. So, World of Imports 3, I'm pretty sure is the way to go. Let's get back, and I realized I kind of fudged the building here. So let's get this fixed real quick. I just want to put a slightly lower loading pathway there, slightly different railings, and then we'll go ahead and put a door here so we can control the Warrahs going in and out. And now I realize I messed up the railing, so let's go fix that again real quick. Not that I make mistakes. We all know, you agreed when you subscribed that we never acknowledge the fact that I make mistakes. That's just part of the contract, right? Fantastic. Okay. And loop this around here. And let's get it to the correct size and everything. And that's a little sharp. Let's... Okay, there we go. That's the way the path should look. And... I don't know what I'm going to do with this area exactly. I'll probably have a pathway that goes around our blue buck and quagga exhibit, but in this little sort of wider area here, let's just lay down some of these coastal rocks and kind of blend it into that water feature that we used to fork our path at the very beginning there. And yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You got a nice view. I really like the fact that I remembered to put a little hill there. It's something I kind of told myself I wanted to do, and it's the kind of thing I usually forget to do when I make these. But anyway, throwing down our white flowers, followed by, yes indeed, throwing down our orange flowers. Go Black-Eyed Susans. Very good. And oops, let's spin it out there. And now we'll take the grass that I was droning on about, and you're probably sick of hearing about. What else? Taking a quick look around. What am I forgetting? I don't think I'm forgetting anything. It's time to put in some Warrahs. Let's do this. Let's bring them back. This was actually one of the animals I had in mind when I first started this series, so I'm really glad that I eventually came back to them. In my plans, they were going to be like the second or third, and I don't know why, but I just never felt like I had the right room for them. But they fit great here at the entrance, and we'll go ahead and get ourselves a Warrah keeper. Alright, let's do our final walkthrough here, folks. So here is, of course, that water hazard, and if you go left, you do get to visit our dodos. But now we're going to go right real quick and take a nice look at our Warrah exhibit. And there's our zookeeper. She's hard at work, standing there. Well done, way to keep it up. But there you can see is our Warrahs climbing on their little hilly island, playing around with the bones of whatever they killed. And yeah, they're actually super fun. Like I said, they were just like super tame. So in theory, I could imagine a small child climbing over this very small fence and getting over that water, but I'm not super concerned about it. In fact, their tameness was actually probably one of the reasons they went extinct so easy, is because it's really easy to get close to them and bop them on the head, apparently. So that's a sad thing about tame wild animals. It's really the exact same thing that happened to the dodo. There are no natural predators, so they didn't have any flight instincts. So it's sad, but it makes me feel safe that I don't have to put up super security around the Warrahs here. So, looking pretty good here. Let's run back real quick and view this as if we were zookeepers. Come with me now. Imagine, if you will, what it would like to be a zookeeper in the zoo. And you were tasked with taking care of the Warrahs. You could go in here. You could see their inside kennels that are packed with hay. In fact, one of them went inside their kennel, so we know that this is working great. Thank you, Warrah number 2, for demonstrating the proof of concept. That's fantastic. And of course, there we've got a little lab area, looking pretty good. And here's our tile floor, which, yeah, I do like. I think I'm going to try to remind myself to keep doing that, because I like the kind of very clean, very sort of laboratory look that is. But here we are out in the main display. We've got a little actual working house, a little copy there for them. And, oh, he's just going to take a little nap. Take a little nap. And you're just getting up from taking a little nap. You're very playful there, lying down in the grass. Very good. Yeah, and there's the little faux den rock feature. I like that. Yeah, I'm actually really, really happy with how this came out. It's a smaller display for a smaller animal, but I think that's going to pair well as sort of a counterpart to our dodos there on the left. And I really hope that, yeah, in fact, I'm good. Thumbs up. I'm officially calling it. This is our Warrah display. But I want to thank you here for joining me today. If you like this video as much as I like making it for you, be sure to like it down below by clicking on the like button. See how that worked? Like. Things you can do. You can also comment, of course, and subscribe. But even if you don't, I want to thank you for spending your time with me today, and you have a great rest of your day. This is Zoo Tycooner Steve saying bye.